Luckily, at the last minute, probably about an hour or two before the birth, I knew we don't own a generator, but I knew that our pastor owned one, but he wasn't able to transport it.
Oh, wow. The power was out, but the baby was coming anyway, causing quite the concern for a Fort Wayne couple last week, as you can imagine. The family was already planning a home birth. That was set. But when Monday's derecho rolled through, they had to make some changes. Carly Van Cleve found the couple today, and Carly, this story is wild.
Yeah, Brian, a wild story indeed. Baby Theodore was born in the dark. Well, except for a few lamps plugged into their generator and a fan for mom. But the couple, they tell me they wouldn't do anything differently. Take a look.
So this is Theodore Alexander. His name means gift of God.
This is baby Theodore. He was born Tuesday inside his home in Fort Wayne.
You're a really good baby.
Yeah.
But that home had no electricity.
Well, I was already planning a natural home birth, but I wanted a water birth.
Lydia and Garrett Govin say they were prepared to deliver their son at home.
Our oldest was delivered by water birth in our nursery upstairs, and it was just an amazing experience to be able to deliver our daughter in our own home. And we were hoping for a similar experience with our son.
But what they weren't prepared for, the storm that rolled through Monday night.
The house was rattling and I could hear the wind beating the back of the house.
Garrett says they called their midwife to prepare for the water birth in their nursery. But then he realized their water heater was electric.
It's a little bit panicky. I wasn't really sure what was going to happen, if we were going to have to go to the hospital or what, but it wasn't until after the fact I realized, our midwife does births for Amish women all the time, so they're used to doing it without power.
Right.
But
so they said that we had a Amish birth in an English home.
yeah.
So they decided to move Lydia's delivery to their upstairs bedroom. Luckily, a member of their church brought them a generator, and they were able to power up a few lights and a fan for the birth. And if the lack of power wasn't enough while she was giving birth inside their home, they could barely leave because there were trees down on their streets.
He's a very sweet little boy. I knew if something went south and we had to get an ambulance or transport her to the hospital ourselves, there'd be a potential for slow traffic with stoplights being out.
By 2:30 that afternoon, they welcomed their son into the world.
I turned around and I thought, oh my gosh, that's a big baby. And then when I finally picked him up, I don't know, I was just, the labor was worth the reward.
Little Theodore was healthy and so was Lydia, but it was still hot in their house and the generator only lasted part of the day. So they were beginning to worry.
He's a very loved little boy.
Yeah.
But then their power was restored late Tuesday night.
People around us, came together and provided for us, and that God was looking out for our home and for our family.
Garrett says after seeing the devastation the storm has caused across the city, they felt like baby Teddy was a glimmer of hope for everyone.
Oh, baby.
I just saw the destruction and the loss that people that we know were experiencing, so I just felt like I really need to put this story of hope out there. Let people know something good happened because of the storm.
Wow, little baby Teddy there, nice and healthy. I'm trying to imagine what it must have been like in their house when this is happening. What was going through their minds? Did they talk about that?
So I asked them that question, and mom and dad both were very calm. They were like, this is normal. This is a natural thing that happens anyways. And I couldn't believe it. They just did it in the dark.
Everything's fine. It's going to work out just fine.
It's all fine.
I don't know that I'd be that way.
Me neither. But I was like, I cannot believe that.
Good for them. I'm so curious how you came across their story.
Yeah, of course. So I was just, scrolling on Facebook, my usual day here at work, and I see Garrett there, decided to post about it on Facebook for the first time. I noticed it shortly afterwards and sent him a message, and he was very eager to share his story. He really wanted people to know that something good came out of the rough storm that happened.
Yeah, a lot of bad news from that derecho. Here's a little bit of good news.
Absolutely.
Okay, Carly, thanks for telling their story. That's good to know. We like
Thanks,
to hear
Brian.
it. Yeah. And if you